You took the Best Places quiz, you figured out where your best place to live is, and now you're moving. But you don't have friends, you don't have a community, maybe you don't have a job. What do? All right, let's talk about it.
Hi, this is Bert Sperling, the Best Places guy.
There's only one or two data points that really matter in the long run, and that's your data points and then your loved ones.
I want to help you find your own best place. It's out there somewhere.
When I first moved to Portland, I was having the same feelings. I did have some friends already in the area and network, but I didn't have a job, and I wanted to make more friends, get to know people in the industry that I was looking to get a job in. I went on Meetup, I went on Eventbrite, I checked out Facebook groups, the Portland Reddit, the Travel Portland and Travel Oregon, Atlas Obscura, geocaching, TripAdvisor, Yelp, all of that. And I tried becoming a regular at various places, restaurants, coffee shops, things like that. So after moving to Portland, I really wanted to get to know people, build community, make friends, network with people in my industry. And so what I would do is I would go on Meetup and Eventbrite and check out Facebook events in my area, kind of trying to find networking events and cool clubs and groups where there were other people who worked in my industry or had the same hobbies that I had, so that I could start meeting people that way. And funnily enough, I went on Meetup and I was looking for people who liked gaming. And I was looking for people who wanted to play games, whether it was video games or board games, or people who wanted to develop games, because I was working in the video game industry at the time. I found the Seattle Indies and the Redmond, Washington indie game club, where people were creating games together. And they had some events on Discord and some in-person events. And Seattle's about like a 3-hour drive from Portland, so it wasn't too far away, but it was just like the closest thing that I found at the time. Luckily, with Seattle only being 3 hours away, me having friends and family already there, and there being some big gaming events in that area like PAX West, I knew that having some network in that area was pretty good for me. But I also was like looking for people that I could connect to in Portland, and I just wasn't finding that at first. But I joined anyway, and I started meeting up during their Discord meetups. And there I was able to make some friends and network with people. But one of the people that I actually ended up becoming friends with and working with at one point told me, hey, if you're in Portland, why aren't you part of the Portland Indie Game Squad? So while I didn't specifically find the Portland Indie Game Squad on Meetup, if I hadn't gone on Meetup, I wouldn't have found the group that was near me. I was really grateful that that person told me about it, and I joined the Portland Indie Squad Discord group, where I went to a couple of their online meetings, and then I was able to go to their in-person meetups as well, which were super fun. I joined a couple game jams, and met a lot of really cool people, got to play a lot of their amazing games. And so that was really fun. And that was how I was able to network and make more friends in the gaming industry and people who like to play games in Portland, where I was living. I was also able to find other groups of people, events, networking events, just like hobbies, clubs, things like that, through Meetup and Eventbrite. And I've been able to have some really cool opportunities, like being a panelist in certain networking events where people have been able to ask like Q&As about my career and learn more for them and their careers. And that's been really fun. I've made some good friends doing that. One way that I've been able to really connect with my community is through Facebook groups and Facebook business pages. If you find a business that you really like, you can follow them on Facebook. You'll be able to stay updated with things going on there. A lot of restaurants and stores will hold their own events, and then there you'll be able to meet new people as well. And if you've seen TV shows like Seinfeld or Friends, you've probably seen groups of friends who make a coffee shop or a restaurant their regular place that they go. They become regulars there. And when you do that, you're able to build relationships with other regulars, meet new people who might be coming in for the first time. You can build relationships with the people working there. And when you do that, you can meet new people and you can learn about new things in your community. Someone there might know about something that you don't know about, and vice versa. You could learn about, festivals or music venues or a really cool spot where you can go fishing or a swim hole or things like that. Getting out into your community, going on a walk, going to a restaurant, going shopping, even if you're just window shopping. It's just like a really good way to meet people, get to know the people that are living in your area and get to know what they like and see if you have an interest in any of those things as well. What are the locals doing? What are they saying? Get some input from the people around you, and oftentimes you can just stumble upon something. I remember one time I was walking down the street and I found a big, just like pen of goats, a pen of chickens, and it was a really fun day. I got my face painted and got to pet goats, and that was great. So sometimes you can find the most unexpected things that are super cool right in your neighborhood that you wouldn't have known about if you didn't just go on a walk or talk to someone. Act like a tourist in your town. So I've used Travel Portland, Travel Oregon, but if you live in Maine, there's Travel Maine. So go find your state or your city's local tourist guide and go do the things on there. Find the things that you like. You might find, for example, in Maine, there's like a foodie's guide to Maine or moose watching in Maine. There you're able to find like really cool groups and activities that you might not have considered, or maybe you did consider but just didn't know where to find. Some other cool websites for this, TripAdvisor, Yelp, Atlas Obscura, if you're looking for something maybe a little bit more unique, sometimes a little darker, mysterious. Geocaching. There's some other websites similar to geocaching as well, if you're into that sort of thing. A lot of different ways to like find new things in your town that you didn't know about, or discover like the restaurant or a cool hiking spot that you really love. Your town's subreddit is also a great way to find other people. You can easily make a post if you are looking for hiking buddies or if you want recommendations on restaurants. Or you can go through and type a certain keyword that you're looking for and see if anyone else has asked about it in the past. And that way you're able to get the opinions of locals or maybe people who used to live in your town and see what they have to say about your favorite hobby or thing to do. Let me know what you're doing to find friends, find hobbies, build your community in your areas, and maybe we can do a deep dive in one particular area if there's a place where you're like, I don't know what to do here. In college, I was a little bit like the queen of finding fun, interesting things to do in a small town, whether it was volunteering for a film festival or an interesting hiking spot or swimming hole, an arcade, different festivals that were going on that people didn't know about. I will find fun anywhere doing anything. So let me know your questions, your comments, what suggestions you have for people, or what I can do a deep dive in next. All right, see you later. Bye.